Okay, good morning. Today is Tuesday, the 13th day of Cheshvan. So yesterday we started the famous chapter in the Tanya, Igeret Hakodesh, the 27th letter from Igeret Hakodesh, where the Alter Rebbe writes to the Hasidim, to the students of his colleague slash teacher, Mendel Oradaka, when he passed away, and the people were devastated. And Alter Rebbe explains in this amazing letter that a tzaddik is really, his life is a spiritual life, and we are staying connected to the tzaddik in a way even more than his presence, as we'll soon see. Also, he explains today's shir, his presence is in here in this world more than during his lifetime. And so the Alter Rebbe explained that what is the life of a tzaddik? The life of a tzaddik is his emunah, his faith, his yira, and ahava. So the Hasidim were concerned, obviously. Number one, what was the connection between the Chassid and the Rebbe? It was, first and foremost, to guide them in the right way. We live in a world, and there is so many challenges, so much confusion, knowing what is right and what is wrong. To have a guidance in serving God the right way, a derech in avodas Hashem, a way in serving Hashem. And so your connection with a tzaddik is not just, you come to a tzaddik because you want a bracha. There is the idea of iskashrus, the connection. Connecting to the tzaddik. Because when you connect to the tzaddik, first of all, you're getting the guidance. And the tzaddik also helps you to, in your service of Hashem, to elevate yourself. And Alter Rebbe explains here that this is something that doesn't stop when the tzaddik physically is no longer here. Because his life to begin with is a spiritual life. And connecting to the tzaddik, when you connect to him through studying his Torah, that's the Rebbe says elsewhere, following his guidance. So when you follow his guidance and you connect to the tzaddik, you learn his Torah, you're asking his bracha, you're getting the spirit of the tzaddik in you. Very strong words and very encouraging words. This what Alter Rebbe wrote about the Mendel of Vitebsk, Mendel Radaka. But this is a letter that is true, especially nowadays. And we know that the Rebbe is with us. So let's continue Alter Rebbe's this letter, and let's look inside as the Alter Rebbe explains. וזהו שכוסו בזוהר הקודש, דצדיקה דאיספתה השתכח בכולו עלמין, יתר מבחיי. This then it says the meaning of the statement of the Holy Zohar, that a tzaddik, when a tzaddik departs, he is found in all the worlds, more than during his lifetime. In tomorrow's lesson, Alter Rebbe is going to give an explanation, there's again commentary on this letter. But this is basically what it's saying, that the tzaddik is here in this physical world more than during his lifetime, and all of the worlds, including this physical world. As the Alter Rebbe goes on and to say, Dehainu, that is, Shegam b'zeh ha'olam ha'maseh that even in this world of action, the mundane world, is a yoim la'aseisam, as we say, this day to do them. This is a verse that refers to this world, to do them. That means that in this world, this is the world of action. So even in this world, he's found more than during his lifetime. And he explains, because the action of his disciples continue to produce successive generations of offshoots. Meaning that the work of the tzaddik never stops. And the life of the tzaddik, which is his teachings, his Torah, his emunah, his fear of Hashem, his love of Hashem, that all doesn't stop. And that continues with the generations to come. From the light implanted for the righteous in the field which Hashem has blessed. And this, says the Alter Rebbe, Meir la'oretz v'chutzis. This light radiates to the earth and to the outside places. It means la'oretz, it refers to the land of Israel, and outside of the Holy Land, because, as you remember, we mentioned Rabbi Menachem Mendel. He lived in Israel at the time. He made an aliyah, and he had the group of students, followers that came with him. And this is to whom the Alter Rebbe sent this letter. But he sent it both to them and also to the other Hasidim who remained back in Russia and Ukraine. So he says this light of the tzaddik shines in the land of Israel, where his students are, and those who are outside of Israel, everywhere. And also to us, those who are here this day, all of us who live in his ways. It says, Igeret Hakodesh, the holy way shall it be called. The way of the Rebbe is the holy way. So this, the Alter Rebbe says, this comforts in the concerns that the Hasidim had. How can we now be guided in Avodas Hashem and serving Hashem the right way? And the Alter Rebbe says we continue to go in his way, and the love that you have to the tzaddik and the love that the tzaddik has to you, that continues to guide you and to bless you. He says, Zois ba'avodas Hashem b'milei deshmaya. So the above relates to the service of God to heavenly matters, spiritual matters. But the Alter Rebbe continues and says that the same thing is also true when it comes to material matters. Because we know that tzaddik also not only helps you to guide you in the right way, in the spiritual way, but also gives you the brachas in the physical matters, in material matters. That too, says the Alter Rebbe, even when the tzaddik is no longer here in physical sense, but nevertheless he continues to guide and to bless and to protect. Says the Alter Rebbe, as for the mundane matters, the material blessings, befirush itme b'zoyar HaKodesh, it is stated explicitly in the sacred Zoyar, the tzadikaya meginin alalma, that the righteous, the tzadikim, they shield the world, ubemisas hoin yatir mebechayein, and after the death, even more than during their life. So clearly we say in the Zohar that the tzaddikim, they protect, they shield the world. And after the physical presence here after the passing is even more than during the physical lifetime. Vilmole tzloiso de tzadikayo ba'u alma loiskayem alma riga choda. This is another, furthermore, the Zohar states, were it not for the prayer of the tzaddikim in the other world, this world would not endure a single moment. And the Alter Rebbe concludes here, V'chol hakoroiv koroiv el mishkan Hashem b'chayov koidem livrocha. And whoever is closer to the habitation of God, meaning to the tzaddik, whoever is closer to Hashem through being close to the tzaddik during his lifetime has precedence to the blessing that comes from and through the tzaddik. Now, what does that mean when you're close to the tzaddik during his lifetime? What happens to those people who were not present during his lifetime? So the Rebbe explains that this means not only during his lifetime. That means when whoever is close to the tzaddik b'chayev with his life. That means when you're close, that even today, even those who never saw the Rebbe, but when you are close to the tzaddik b'chayev in his life, meaning what is the life of the tzaddik? The life of serving Hashem. And when you connect yourself, when you get with the teachings of the Rebbe, with the guidance of the Rebbe, following the instructions, the closer you are, the closer and the more you get precedent, you get precedent into get the bracha. Koidem levracha. You come first for blessing, meaning you get a deeper and closer blessing the closer you are. So obviously, everyone in their own level, even if you in the beginning, the first stage, the first step, you take a step towards doing the Rebbe's guidance, serving Hashem, doing a mitzvah. That every step gets you closer to the bracha of the Rebbe. Tomorrow, so this is the end of today's class. Tomorrow the Alter Rebbe is going to go deeper in explaining this concept, what we just explained, that what it means that a tzaddik is in this world, his presence in this world after his passing more than during his lifetime. Thank you all for joining. And Bezrat Hashem will continue tomorrow, 9 a.m. Have a wonderful day. Any questions?